There are three major issues where I differ from my opponent. There are women's right to choose and a woman's right to make her own healthcare decisions. My opponent has consistently voted anti-choice for the last 12 years, where I have been a strong voice for Maine women and a strong defender of Maine's laws so that women can make their own healthcare choices and decisions with their doctors. The second area is the area of equality. My opponent is the only Democrat in the state Senate who voted against marriage equality in 2009. I not only have been a vote for equality, I've also been a strong voice for the LGBT population in Maine in expanding access and equality under the law. The third area is the environment. I'm very proud of my environmental record, having a 90% rating from the Maine conservation voters. My opponent has the lowest rating of any elected Democrat in the Senate, and that's out of sync with Maine. The issues where we're the same: we both have strong labor records. I'm a member of a union through the NEA, through the University of Maine Professional Staff Association, and I've had a 100% rating from the AFL and have been endorsed by labor unions in all of my state races. My opponent was chair of the Labor Committee and has a very strong labor record as well. We also have similarities on education and prioritizing support for public schools. I believe the 2nd District in Maine is a fundamentally Democratic district, but certainly both Republicans bring different things and different challenges to the table. It's hard to choose. That will ultimately be up to the Republicans, but I think that the Tea Party leanings of former State Treasurer Bruce Poliquin are farther out of step with Maine people than just about anybody I know running for office, and I think he would be a better opponent for the fall. We expect to need to raise more than $700,000 for the primary alone. In order to communicate with Maine voters, you have got to have the resources to not just be on the ground and on the phone and in the mail, but also on the airwaves. And I believe I'm running the kind of campaign and have the support and the resources to do that for the June 10th primary. I'm working on my PhD in higher education and public policy at the University of Maine. The reason I got into office in the first place is because of higher education issues facing Maine. Issues around affordability, around access and success, and what happens after you graduate from college when you come out with so much debt. Debt is not a way to stay in or get into the middle class, and that really needs to change. So my doctoral work focuses on issues around higher education in Maine. I did play softball in high school. I actually played in a community league, and I was quite the catcher. I actually played goalie for my high school soccer team, and I played catcher on the softball team. I would welcome the chance to put on the uniform and play for the women's congressional team.